Welcome. Welcome one and all to Howl-o-Ween. Hello, friend. I am Barkey J. Dog, your host. Once again, it is that spooky season where we take a look at spooky cinema appropriate for the holiday. Zombies. They're running around. Last year, I was out in a graveyard to make a video about zombies and barely got away when some showed up. I don't know which is worse. The zombies who chase you and want to eat your brains, or the ones who spend all day on social media and have no brains. Anyway, I thought we'd take a look at some more movies featuring the undead. Zombies. Not your new zombies, who are a lot faster and stronger than a rotting corpse should be able to be, but the old school kind, who sort of lurch along. First up, we have this one, Zombies of Mora Tau from 1957, which takes place in Africa, I guess, on this island. And it's kind of different on account of these zombies operate mostly underwater. They lurch around on land, sure, but not the whole time. See, there's this shipwreck about 100 feet down, and this ship has a load of diamonds in the safe. Several expeditions have tried to get hold of the treasure, but they all wind up dead on account of the zombie crew killing them all off. Well, now there's a new expedition in town, and they plan to get hold of the loot. That doesn't turn out so good for most of them. Our hero is a diver who finds a love interest on this island. She's the granddaughter of this old biddy who watches over the beach. Her father was the sunken ship's captain, I guess. Well, the boss of the expedition, he's your typical hard-nosed business dude, and when not fending off zombies, his hot wife flirts with Mr. Manly Diver. Well, things go sideways for the treasure hunters, as you'd expect, so it's sort of like The Fog, the John Carpenter film. You got these zombies coming out of nowhere to do away with people. Greg Palmer plays Mr. Manly Diver. He was in some John Wayne movies, The Shootist, Rio Lobo, Chisholm, and Big Jake. He was also in a sequel to The Creature from the Black Lagoon, The Creature Walks Among Us. We last saw him in my review of From Hell It Came. The great Morris Ancrum appears as the salvage ship's doctor. Allison Hayes plays the flirty, floozy wife. We last saw her in my review of Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, her most famous role. And the old biddy! This is Marjorie Eaton. You've seen her before. That is, if you watched The Empire Strikes Back when it first came out. She was the original actor who played Emperor Palpatine in that one. Well, this one is okay for what it is. Pretty standard, run-of-the-mill B-movie fare. Having the zombies underwater was an interesting twist, I'll give it that. Anyway, next up, here's a low-budget offering that went down a strange road. Zombie was made in 1964 and then sat on the shelf for 6 years. Finally, a producer needed something for the lower half of a double bill with I Drink Your Blood. And so he picked up this one. He renamed it with the deeply unfortunate title of I Eat Your Skin. Ugh. And this double bill came out in 1971. People were upset the zombie movie was in black and white and thought they'd been cheated. Well, anyway, in this one, a successful author and ladies' man is convinced by his publisher and an angry husband to head down to this Caribbean island and write about a doctor working on a cancer cure using some snake venom and voodoo magic. But the serum they make backfires and creates these zombie people. I don't know if it cures cancer, but I'm doubtful. Naturally, there are zombies running, or rather lurching, around. On the plus side, there's also this sexy chick. The zombies want her, and I can't blame them, really. See, they need to sacrifice a blonde virgin for their voodoo ceremony. Fortunately, our hero is on hand to help her out. Just trying to save you from being attacked by the zombies, baby. I'll have to try that line out at the club some night. I don't think it'd work, though. Anyway, she still gets grabbed by the zombies, even after not being a virgin anymore. Well, I'd grab her too. Anyway, the good guys have to save the chick and stop the evil plans of the head scientist and end the voodoo doo-doo. This was produced by Del Tenney, who also was the guy behind Horror at Party Beach. In order to fool the locals in Florida where he filmed this, he used the working title of Caribbean Adventure, so they wouldn't know he was making a zombie movie. The zombie makeup is, well, interesting. It's pretty good for a movie like this, I guess. And the zombies don't actually eat anyone, so no worries about that. And here's an interesting one that you've probably never heard of. I know I hadn't. Neither the Sea Nor the Sand from 1972, based on this here book of the same name. Our heroine Anna is vacationing on the Isle of Man, and she randomly meets this dude who comes off kind of creepy at first, but really he's just sort of intensely mopey. She's married, but unhappily, so they hit it off and they start having it off. This is a wild and torrid affair. And then they decide to take their Boink Fest up to Scotland for a dirty weekend. Then, the guy inexplicably drops dead. No cause given. Probably heart failure after having Anna from last night. Anyway, he's dead. Heartbroken, Anna doesn't know what to do. Then, all of a sudden, her boyfriend shows up again. Apparently, she was so good he came back from the dead to get some more. He's a real stiff now, and not just in one place. If you know what I mean. And he's kind of weird now. He doesn't eat and he doesn't speak, and he just sort of stares at Anna, which creeps her out a little bit. His brother realizes the truth Anna can't handle, namely, the guy is dead. Anna's love is what reanimated her boyfriend, and if she can't break the connection, she'll wind up dead too. Susan Hampshire stars, and I know her best from The Pallisers, a British period costume drama. Always loved seeing her turn up in stuff. Michael Petrovich plays the dead guy. This was his film debut. He had done a little bit of television before this. And Frank Finlay plays the dead guy's brother. The dead guy's best friend was played by Michael Craze, who played Ben, one of Doctor Who's companions during the William Hartnell years. Gotta say, I really liked this one. It's a slow burn, though. It's mostly a love story until about half an hour in. He's certainly not your typical zombie, that's for sure. It's also implied that Anna had sexy times with the zombie, but they don't show any of that. And he's definitely starting to go off like old milk after a while. Anyway, it's a good picture, a low-key spooker, and well worth a watch. Well, hey, how about some action featuring zombies? I mean, aside from that last picture where Anna might have got it on with one. No, this is real action. Kung Fu Zombies from 1981. In this one, our hero has been mercilessly trained for years in Kung Fu by his dad. His dad has been tough on him because he knows the kid will one day have to face the ultimate warrior type who has a grudge against the family. Meanwhile, there's these goofy guys out in the cemetery. See, this guy in the blue outfit wants revenge against our hero for getting him sent to jail. So he's enlisted the help of this magician to make some zombies to go get the good guy. But spoiler alert, he winds up getting killed himself. Now that he's a ghost, he starts haunting the goofy magician until he agrees to put him in another body so he can get revenge. The first body they find turns out to be the big bad guy with the grudge, and he's like a vampire or something. Well, it's easy to lose track. Zombies, ghosts, necro magic, and vampires. I mean, what are you gonna do? They got all this stuff. Now, these Chinese zombies are not your typical Western zombies. These are the hopping zombies, because that's how they move around. They hop. You can stop these guys pretty easily, though. You just stick a piece of paper on them with a prayer written on it, and then they're rendered powerless. This one was really fun. It stars Billy Chong as our hero, and there's a lot of comedy along with the kung fu. Chong came back in 1982 with another zombie movie, Kung Fu from Beyond the Grave. This one stars the great Lo Lei. I always loved seeing that guy. He was in a ton of kung fu movies, and he played good guys and bad guys, drama and comedy, all with equal relish. This one has zombies, but it's mostly black magic with this evil sorcerer dude who works for Lo Lei, running around causing trouble. The zombies are actually helping out our hero in this one. Both of these are a lot of fun and worth checking out, especially if you like kung fu movies like I do. You can see more Howl-o-Ween movie reviews about zombies here. Anyhow, more Howl-o-Ween is on the way, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you in the next one.